Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a video that I have not filmed in such a very long time. So today we have got our tea, we're ready, we're gonna have a talk. First and foremost though, I did want to say sorry that I haven't had a video up for a couple of weeks. Life has just been a little bit hectic. I am so out of breath now. This is literally just from moving about. Life has just been a bit crazy for no specific reason. You know yourself, things get busy, and obviously I have a little bubba on the way, so I've been just trying to kind of like get on top of that, getting organized, getting work organized, getting life organized, the house organized, all that kind of thing. So I just I've not been very great with keeping on top of like filming and editing and kind of creating the time for that. So apologies. Baba is going to be arriving very, very, very soon. So fingers crossed I can get up some other videos beforehand, or even just get some videos filmed for you guys you can watch whilst baby is arriving. I don't know, we will try our best. But anyway, for today's video I wanted to do a little tea talk just to sit down and answer some of your guys' questions that you had. So stuck a little question box on Instagram, and do you know what, there was an awful lot of repeated questions. So I feel like a lot of you guys have the same things that you want to ask me. So let's get straight to the questions. Okay, let's go straight to this one. Any baby names in mind? This has probably been the thing that I have been most surprised about when it's come to the baby. So another question here was if we knew the gender. We don't know what we're having. We don't know whether we're having a boy or girl. So we kind of have to have options there. We have sat down, we have very similar tastes, I guess, when it comes to names. So, you know, whether that's traditional or a little bit more out there or whatever, our taste is the same in names, thankfully. But there's obviously just going to be like differences in, you know, your preferences of names that you like, ones that you're like, yeah, that's a nice name, but I don't know if I'd want to name my child that kind of thing. We both feel like we're gonna need to meet the baby before we name the baby. We just can't like get past the point of just not knowing this little human before we name it. So we have a couple of names in mind, probably more girls' names that we're unsure about than boys' names. We've probably settled on boys' names a little bit more than girls, which is funny because I thought it would be the other way around for me. I always thought most girls that I know that I've talked to have a list of names in their phones of potential baby names, and I also was one of those girls. And it's so funny that when you're pregnant or when you're expecting, how many of those names you actually don't like anymore. I've kind of like gone off a couple of names that I loved, so I don't want to say any specific names because obviously we have a list of potentials that baby could be called. So I'm gonna have to leave it as a bit of a surprise for you guys for when they arrive, because it's gonna be a surprise for us too. But yeah, we're just gonna wait for baby to arrive, see what we have, and then spend some time with baby and see what just feels like it fits, I guess. Next one, do you intend to still film videos once Bubba is born? Yes, hopefully, I hope so. I think the thing is, you know, like with coming back to YouTube and stuff like that, I didn't want to put any pressure on myself as to, you know, having to get a certain amount of videos up every week or, you know, constantly be creating content. I just wanted to do it because I really love it and I really enjoy it. So I wanted to do it when I have the time to do it and that kind of thing. So same applies to when baby arrives. I would still like to film and upload some videos. Everything is not going to be baby content related, I will say that. I know I've had some comments from people that have been, you know, saying, I don't want this to turn into a baby like mommy vlog situation. I was kind of just like vlogging general stuff that I was doing, so that wasn't my intention. I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted to see though. But yeah, I don't intend to make the whole vlog all centered around the baby and family and everything like that. It still will be just very me, Grace orientated. But yeah, I do still intend to film once Baba arrives. I don't know how soon after the baby arrives I'll be able to kind of film again, obviously, because I don't know how the birth's gonna go. I don't know how I'm gonna get on after the baby arrives. But yes, I do hope to get some bits out for you. This is an interesting one actually. Are you scared about childbirth? No. I actually always thought I would have been. There's probably been times over mostly the last like 3-4 weeks, maybe 3 weeks or so, that I kind of thought about different things that could happen, obviously. But I think I've really settled with the thought that you can't have a plan when it comes to childbirth. It's nice to have something that you would prefer to happen, but you literally cannot be tied to that at all. It's a whole other human. They're going to decide what they want to do. You don't have any control over what happens, basically. So it doesn't really scare me. I think because I have been pregnant for like 9 months now, I'm just kind of excited to meet the baby. And I think the thing that's got me like across that little border, I always thought I would be afraid of it, like growing up over, you know, whenever I thought about whenever I thought about childbirth and stuff like that, it always kind of is portrayed in like movies and things like that as something that's like really scary, really painful. It's something to be feared. Anybody that has done any form of a hypnobirthing class is probably going, you've done a hypnobirthing class. But it's a really good kind of idea. I have done a hypnobirthing class just to kind of like get my mindset right, because I feel like in general in life, once my mindset's in the right place, I'm doing a-okay. I am doing good. So yeah, that was really important to me, I guess, to do something like that to get me in the right frame of mind for childbirth. But yeah, it doesn't scare me. It's kind of one of those things that it's such a tiny part of the whole process that you've been pregnant for 9 months, you're going to have a baby for the, well, not a baby, but you're going to have a child or your child for the rest of your life. Childbirth is a very small portion of that, and you make the most of it, I guess. It's going to be a wonderful experience regardless, and at the end of it you get to meet your little baba. So yeah, not scared, thankfully. Oh, any good books you've read recently? I did mention recently that I had bought a Kindle at the start of this year, and I actually feel like I have read way more books this year than I would have had I not have bought that. And I've made a kind of, I can't remember if I mentioned this to you guys, but I've made this kind of goal with myself that before I go to bed at night, or once I've gotten into bed, instead of scrolling on my phone, I read. So I generally read a chapter, or if the book's really good or if the chapters are getting really interesting, I read a little bit more of a book that I'm reading. So at the minute I am reading One Italian Summer, I think that's what it's called, and I really want to get it done before the summer, like it's autumn now. But I want to get it done before it gets too far into autumn, and then it just feels weird reading that kind of a book then. But I'm really enjoying that. It's a nice, very light-hearted, easy read. Probably would have been better to read like on a holiday or something like that. Before that I read The Ex-Hex. Didn't love it. It was fine, it was okay. Probably more geared toward this time of the year, if I'm honest. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I felt like the storyline didn't really go anywhere. It was quite predictable. But One Italian Summer has had a little twist where I am at the minute. I think I'm like 80% of the way through it. It's one thing that I love about the Kindle is it tells you how far you're through your book. But if there are any books that you guys would recommend for this time of the year, like a nice kind of like autumny cozy read, do let me know down in the comments, because I'm almost finished this book. So I keep pointing over here because my Kindle's beside me here. If there are any books that you guys recommend that I read, leave them down in the comments for me, because I need a new one soon. Oh, this one's good. Your experience so far of going hair extension free, thinking of doing it myself. So as you can tell, my hair is up in a bun right now. I got my extensions out, I can't even remember, it was last month at some stage. My thoughts behind that was I obviously wanted to put a little bit more effort into growing my own hair out. And also I was kind of toying with the idea of, you know, trying to time it with the baby coming and hair appointments, and then having to sit, even just being pregnant, having to sit there getting a new set of hair extensions applied. Even sitting in the hairdressers for a general hair appointment right now feels long. Like it's a long time for me to be sitting. Generally I have to get up and walk about because I feel so stiff. So yeah, I kind of had thought about it for a little bit and just decided, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna try go hair extension free for a little bit. So I wish I kind of had my hair down now, but a lot of the time right now I'm wearing it like high up in a little bun, or in a low bun, or in like a low pony, or I'll just leave it down. I got a good lump chopped off it from the last time that I was filming. So I think the last time I filmed, you had seen my hair after the extensions had been taken out. So what I went and done after that was I went to the hairdressers and got like probably an inch cut off of my hair. I just wanted something really blunt just to kind of start fresh again, and I loved it after that. Like my hair feels really thick. Obviously I know postpartum hair loss, all that kind of thing is definitely something to be aware about. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. I'm gonna try my best I can't prevent it, but look, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm doing really, really good without the extensions. It takes way less time to dry my hair. I feel like it's going to be way more functional when baby arrives. I can wear my hair down and like waved and still feel like I like my hair. I only wash my hair like once a week, and that's the only time I apply heat to it. So that's the kind of thought process that I'm going through now, is just use less heat, put less strain on my hair, and yeah, just kind of like go with it and see how it gets on. I think I mentioned this before, but I did cut a full fringe in at the start of this year, like in January, and my fringe has completely grown out now. It's been grown out since like the start of August, kind of July-ish time. So it didn't take too long for the fringe to grow out, so I'm kind of hopeful that I could get another inch or so onto my hair by Christmas time maybe. But yeah, I'm doing really good without the extensions. I think you just have to be in the right frame of mind, because they definitely are like a safety blanket. I've had them for the guts of 10 years now. You just kind of have to take the plunge. Get yourself some nice hair products, get yourself some nice hair ties, experiment with some other like hairstyles. Like I always just would have worn my hair down, so I've had to think a little bit more about like, you know, styling my hair now, or the ways that I like to wear my hair with different outfits and stuff like that. But it just takes a little bit more effort, but totally fine. Oh yes, this is another really popular question actually. Are you and your boyfriend going to be living together once the baby is born? We're actually already living together, so yes. In short, yes, we will be. Another popular question was, what is your work plan? Are you planning to stay at home or returning to work full-time after baby arrives? Yeah, I'm hoping to go back to work after the baby arrives. Obviously I want to spend some time with the new baba, especially when it's baby number 1. I don't know how I am going to get through like routines and all, like such a change in life and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take some time to myself, gonna take some time for me and baby. But because I do work for myself, I kind of have a little bit of a luxury as to being able to kind of like dip in and out of work as soon as I want to. So I'll take a couple of weeks, see how I'm getting on, see what I want to do. But I feel like I'm going to want to get back into work as well. So yeah, it'll just be a bit of a balance, but definitely gonna go back into work afterwards. My work is super varied, so there are different elements of my work that I can kind of dip in and out of. So I'm very blessed in that capacity. But yes, I will be working in some capacity after baby arrives. Oh, I like this one. Favorite recent purchase. This is easy actually. I have 2 favorite recent purchases. One of them has got to do with my hair, and it is these silk slip hair scrunchies. I have these like lily silk hair scrunchies, but they're actually, I must just wash them because they're a couple of years old now and they need a little bit of TLC. I probably haven't been looking after them the way that I want to, but they are great scrunchies. But I got some more on Look Fantastic because Slip had a sale on Look Fantastic recently. Or I think Look Fantastic just had a sale on a couple of different products maybe. And the Slip silk scrunchies were one of them. I've had my eye on these for years, so I just said, just buy the damn scrunchies, Grace, you clearly want them. So I bought a packet of 3. So there's a pink scrunchie, a black scrunchie, and then this one here is like a champagne colored one. I literally wear these like probably 5 or 6 days out of the week. They're so good. They're obviously way less damaging on your hair than like the fabric like these hair ties. So yeah, I really like those. I will link them down below. I'll see if they actually have a discount on them at the minute, because they don't always, but when they do, go for it. And then the other recent purchase, mini Uggs, the ultra mini Uggs. I have had my eyes on these since last year, but they keep selling out freaking everywhere in my size. Like I cannot get a hold of them. But then I seen somebody post on Instagram recently that they had somewhere had restocked them in all sizes in basically all the colors that they had. So I went out and bought myself a pair of them. I'm so excited to wear these throughout autumn and winter. I definitely grew up in the Ugg era. I have many a pair of Uggs, but I didn't have the ultra mini ones. So yeah, I'll definitely have to pull out some of my old pairs of them. I actually have them sitting in my spare room, so I'll have to pull out a couple of pairs of those for throughout the autumn and winter. Because apparently old stuff is in trend again, and I am happy about that. Although that kind of makes me feel like I'm getting older now, because things from my childhood are coming back into style. This is a nice one. Any travel plans after baby arrives? We haven't got any specific travel plans. However, we do want to get Baba a passport ASAP. It would be nice to get away at the start of next year, potentially at some stage. I can't imagine us. There's potential that we could go somewhere like really close, like maybe over to the UK or something like that before the end of the year. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen, if I'm totally honest. You never know. But we are intending to get the baby a passport so we can maybe go away in like February or like March time maybe. It'll just kind of depend on like work for the both of us and all that kind of a thing. But yeah, it'd be nice to get maybe a quick trip to like Paris or somewhere close or something like that. We will see. Hopefully it would be really nice to get the baby to Disney. That's all I'm saying. Okay, one more question. I leave it at this one. Things you're looking forward to this fall. You guys know that it is starting to get to my favorite time of the year, and the fact that I'm about to have a baby that's going to be here for like autumn and winter and Christmas, it makes me very excited. So I am very excited about a hell of a lot of things this autumn. General things, cozy days, movie nights, lighting candles again, because I feel like I don't tend to light candles enough during the summertime because it's just not the time of the year to do that. All the autumnal colors, autumn fashion. Also the fact that I'm not going to have a bump anymore. As much as I'm going to miss this little thing, I didn't think, well, not that I didn't think, I guess there's like, everybody's really different. Some people don't really miss their bump. Some people don't really, they have like really stressful pregnancies and they don't really love being pregnant, or they don't really feel like themselves. But I have loved having this little bump, so I'm gonna miss it. But I'm very excited to be able to kind of like dress myself in a totally different way again. I've been spending so much time on Pinterest recently, just pinning like ideas for outfits and stuff like that, and picking up some new basics and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Halloween, can't wait for Halloween with a baby, even though the baby's only going to be like a month old. I for sure want to get some really cute little outfit for it to wear for Halloween. We actually did book a little pick your own pumpkin experience situation that's really close to home. It's not like too out of the comfort zone to be traveling ages with the baby or anything like that. It's really close by, so we booked that so we can go and pick our own pumpkin. There's a little pumpkin patch and all the kind of like fall festive things, so we'll take the baby to that and carve some pumpkins and have a very wholesome little Halloween. All those things make me so excited. Even just sitting down in the evenings and kind of like reading a book with the candles lit, little things like that, you know. Or autumn walks. The leaves have already started falling here, even though it's 25 degrees again. The leaves have already started falling, so yeah, I'm like literally looking outside the window and there are crispy red orange leaves out there. So yeah, I'm also looking forward to that. So autumn is so close, and as much as I don't want to wish away the summer because I really have enjoyed it and I do love the summer as well, autumn winter, you guys, that's the vibe. Oh, actually, I will answer one more question because I did see this. Any potential Gracemas videos this year? If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that that's what I call Vlogmas, is Gracemas. So I have no idea. I can't imagine me doing like a straight through Vlogmas, like the 24-25 days of vlogs, but I'm definitely hoping to get up some Christmas content. It's my favorite time of the year, you guys. So yeah, it would be really nice to get up some Gracemas stuff, but it might just look a little bit different to like a full-blown Vlogmas. Festive food, festive outings, Christmas markets, fingers crossed. Oh, speaking of fingers, I cut myself, if you've seen this plaster, I cut myself the other day, so that was fantastic. But yeah, I'm hoping to get up some Christmas content this year for you guys. It's definitely going to be a little bit of a whirlwind with a newborn, but I will try my best. I think that's kind of going to be the way with videos in general over the next like month or two. I will just try my very best for you guys. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Those are all the questions for today. Thank you so much for sending them in. It's been really fun to sit down and talk. I've missed sitting down and chatting, and also just miss filming videos since I haven't had one film for the last like 2 or 3 weeks. So thank you for waiting very patiently. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again really soon in my next video. Bye guys.